Hey, good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this July 31st version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon. We are glad that you are here with us today. If you're out there, be sure and say hello in the comments. Let us know that you're there. You can razz us or ask us questions or whatever might come to your mind. All of our content is available at eoa.network. That takes you to a link tree where you can find the locations of all of our stuff. Glad that you're here. How are you, man?
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's first Friday.
Yeah. Back in the studio.
First Friday. Yeah, this is our first show in
I think
a
this
week
is
and a
like,
half.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And
It's been a while.
yeah, the studio's been totally a wreck. Well, I mean, the studio's kind of stayed intact, except all the cameras were missing.
Yeah, all the stuff, all the gear was out.
Yeah, we just finished with the Shrine East-West football game last Saturday night. The game started streaming at 7, and I mean, the game was started at 7, we started streaming at 5:30 anyhow, so that's a huge event for us. And so all of our equipment in our control room and the cameras that were in the studio, they're all kind of sucked up into the vacuum of making that broadcast work. So, yeah, we're here. I think we're starting, I mean, the rest of the office, if you can see it, all of the tables are still piled with equipment and stuff that have yet to be put away, but it was a good event.
Yeah, I was pulling up the fire map to see if there's any new fires, but I don't see anything really new around this area, but there's quite a few fires burning in Oregon right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough fire season from what I gather.
Yeah, I mean, things are just dry.
Very dry.
There was a little dust up the other day out by Somerville, but they must have got that.
Yeah, they had that under control
away.
within the day, I think.
Yeah.
According to, but there was one like out near North Powder, outside of Union County though. They post, so Union County Emergency Services must just post the stuff that they helped out on too, because that fire outside of North Powder was outside of the county line, I think. They posted about it. So yeah. I mean, at least according to like the fire tracker that I follow.
Yeah, well, and the people around here, if there's smoke there coming from them there hills, it's like everybody.
Yeah.
I was watching one of the Portland stations the other day, and the electrical companies, I don't know if OTEC does it, but some of the companies on the west side, they have cameras on many of their transmission line towers.
Oh, so they can.
Right, yeah, so that they're
fires.
constantly looking for fires, yeah. And I mean, they said that there's a website that's now live that hadn't been. And it looked like, I mean, just looking on the news, they looked like almost like 360-degree cameras, but it was just in a strip, so you could see. But they finally put all those cameras live, and right away somebody in the public spotted a fire before anybody else did.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
People are bored. They just sit at home. And, like the scanner listeners, the people that sit there.
Right, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They're I've never really understood that. Like people that just sit there and listen to the scanner all day. It's like, really? Like,
well, there's an app that you can get on your phone for scanners, okay?
Yeah.
And I bought it. I really liked it because you could back up. So in other words, if something was happening, you could open the scanner app, and it was actually a recording, and you could skip back like 10 minutes and listen to the scanner activity. So it was super handy. But I was talking our channel went away. And so I was talking to Nick Vora about that. I was like, well, how do they get that feed? And he said, we don't give it to them. He said it has somebody out there, in Union County has had their scanner on 24/7, and they're feeding it into that app that shares it with everybody else. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it's not illegal to do that, but it's I don't know, what an interesting You're right. I mean, I'm the people that you just, if you're just bored out of your mind and
Gosh,
you're
you'd
looking
have
for
to be
activity, yeah.
really bored to sit there, especially around here. Maybe like L.A. or something
Yeah.
where there's a lot of action. But like in LeGrand, like what do you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, Ethel passed out on the toilet again. Let's go give her a pickup. That's my
Yeah.
buddy. He used to be a paramedic here. He said that was one of the most common calls that they got.
Was somebody who passed out on the toilet?
Yeah, elderly, like not
Yeah.
being able to get up off the toilet or
Yeah.
falling in the bathroom,
Yeah.
or vasovagal. You know, they get a vasovagal faint on the toilet because
yeah.
they're pushing so hard. You know? Like, good grief, man.
But on that note, if you're out there and you are one of those scanner listeners, I
Yeah.
mean, connect with us. We would love to. I mean, because if you hear of something coming over the news and you want to send us a text message like, "Hey, this is what's going on," you know, we have friends in the lots of friends in the enforcement community, but they're not. Rightly so, they don't want to share necessarily what's going on. And
Yeah.
most of the time, they're involved in the situation. They don't have time to talk to us about.
I mean, if I was like a drug dealer or
Yeah.
something cool, I'd have a scanner for sure.
Right.
I mean, it's a tool in the fight against the good guy.
Right, right.
But like just the normal person, like, I mean, I guess I get it. Kind of, it's like watching cops. People
Yeah.
like people that watch cops all the time. I've never really gotten that either. Like,
Have
I
you-
mean, it's kind of entertaining, but
Have you ever heard the tones? You know, they have scanner tones. Have you heard that?
no.
Yeah, so
I
it's
have no idea what you're even talking about.
so it is so if you listen to a scanner, all of a sudden you'll hear a like boo doo, and they have those different sounds for different. It's mostly for firefighting, okay? And so it's kind of like an all call. The tone will mean like, okay,
We need
this agency's engaged, this one's engaged, this one's engaged. Yeah, and so that is kind of, I don't know what those tones mean.
BC. You know an awful lot about this scanner. Are you a scanner? Are you a scanner hawk, BC?
I have a scanner, but yeah.
I know you have a scanner. I've seen it here before.
Yeah, but it's never on. So, yeah.
I think it would just be more annoying than anything because 90%, especially around here, 95% of it's just, you know,
Right.
day-to-day stuff, right?
The people that I have known that were scanners, that listen to scanners, were people like that had desk jobs. You know, I mean, there was a small manufacturing company here that I knew of, but I would, whatever they were manufacturing, they would manufacture on their desks or on their benches, you know, and there were 4 or 5 of them in one
And
room.
they just have the scanner going all
Well,
day.
it was multiple. It was the scanner and then the
radio.
TV. Yeah. So all of this noise was just filling the void. And then, you know, and then at the scanner, oh, what is that? Turn that up. Let's figure out what that, yeah.
Well, I've caught myself in here with the radio playing, YouTube playing, while I'm editing pictures with Facebook open and on my phone, all at the same time before. It's ridiculous.
I tell you what's really interesting is that we're multiple device people. I mean, you know, I mean, we've just kind of,
It's going to just keep escalating, I think, too, because it used to be like hard to just focus on
Right.
one. Now, you're right. People need at least 2.
Right.
It's getting crazy.
right. But I mean, how often, I mean, when Tanya and I are watching a show or a movie at home, we're pretty good about just watching them. But most of life is not like that. If you've got multiple, yeah, and that's
No, I'm constantly on my computer and my phone at the same
Right.
time. Constant. I mean, it's
Or
like-
the other thing that's funny is we'll be watching a movie and it'd be like we were watching a cartoon last night with the grandkids, and it's like, oh, whose voice is that? I mean, we wanted to know the voices
you
of all.
Google
Yeah.
it.
So then, as we're watching the movie, we're looking something up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Well, hey, you want to do sports?
Let's do it.
All right.
AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit in LeGrand. If your passion is RC cars, Hobby Habit has what you need. With the best selection of Traxxas cars and parts in Eastern Oregon, Hobby Habit will definitely fulfill your need for speed. just for fun of it for over 40 years in LeGrand. Hobby Habit. Drop by 411 First Street and check out what Joe and his team have done with the store. Short sports report today. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of sports, but there was a big football game. The Shrine game was this past weekend. We had a local player. I mean, we had a few local players. We had 3 kids from Pendleton: Deacon Pace, Mason Strong, Colson Primus. And then we had from LeGrand, Kenai Huff. From, oh man, I'm going to have a brain fart right here. The Union kid. He turned into a Shriner. What is his name? That's so embarrassing. I'll come back to you on that. And then Baker, Chris Entrikin, that's all the real, like, local kids. Why can't I think of that kid's name? It's going to drive me crazy. But he actually became a Shriner on the field, like right before the game. It was really cool. It was quite a cool thing. He's only the 4th one ever in the history of the game to be a Shriner and playing. And I don't know how that works, but somehow he became a Freemason and a Shriner by the time he turned 18, and between that and now. And I don't know if there's like a bypass or how long you have to be a Freemason before you can be a Shriner, but he did it, and he played in the game, and it was pretty cool. So let me tell you about a little bit how the weekend goes for us. We basically get everything all crunched together. And I'll just start like Saturday day, you know, and all the guys are there, they're in the van, all the equipment's set up, and then it's just a mad rush to make sure that everything's in its right spot, you know, when it comes to what we're going to play during the game and what order things are going to come out, and then it's just, by the time we even start figuring that out, it's like time to start the live stream. And basically, it's like 5 or 6 guys in the trailer. You got everything from like a graphics person to somebody overseeing what's like the overall content that's going out. And then you got cameras. You got 3 camera operators up in the stands. You got Bennett running the roving camera, and then you have 2 static cameras that are one's pointed at me and William, who are the announcers, and then one's pointed at the field. And then it's once it starts, it's just we're communicating back and forth, trying to figure out. This year, the Shrine guy gave me the wrong numbers for some of the players, so we had a little bit of an issue with the stream. So it's putting out fires while we're operating the game at the same time, and then it just ends up being a 5.5-hour live stream. It was successful. It was fun. It was a heck of a game. The West ended up winning, and the only bad thing was Kenai, our LeGrand kid, got hurt, and he spent the second half on crutches. But I texted him on Sunday morning, and he said that he was okay. And he's not going to play sports in college, so I mean, obviously you don't want him to get hurt, but it could have been like right at the beginning of his freshman year of football if he were to be playing football. And that would have been not good, because coaches don't like giving up their players for this game anyways. Like incoming college freshmen, it's very common that a college coach will say, no, you can't play in that game, because it's right before report time for college. And a lot of the coaches are just like, nah, you're not doing it. Benny put together a pretty badass video, though, of the week. Like, so what happens during the week with the players. Here it is. Check it out. let's work on that video, Benny. And that's basically like the entire week before Shrine. The kids get here on Sunday, and after that, it's all just, they keep them busy the entire time. And it's actually really cool, like the stuff that they've incorporated. They get to go swimming. They get to hang out with the cheerleaders and the co-captains and the queens. And it's just something that I'm sure these kids never forget, as well as the coaches too. And then in the next like couple weeks, I would imagine, well, probably even a little sooner than that, but we'll have a highlight video of the game coming out, and also the pictures that were taken during the game. We hired Brenna Strand to come take pictures at the game, and we'll get those out in the next couple weeks. We're also going to start talking about high school football. It's on the way, and there's a lot of things happening in the Valley here, and EOU football for that matter. I've already had a couple conversations with Coach Camp, and we're going to get back to, hopefully we're going to get back to doing a weekly show this fall, talking about EOU football. Right now, as they sit, I'm predicting EOU is going to go 500 this year. And honestly, I'm going to say the same for LeGrand. That I think we're 500 teams at the high school and at EOU right now. Until I see something different that changes my mind on that's what I'm going to stand on, is we're going to win as many as we lose. And is that enough to make the playoffs? Possibly in high school, probably not in the Frontier Conference. The Frontier Conference for EOU is tough, and it's always a struggle to make the playoffs in that conference. So hopefully something changes. You know what I mean? Hopefully I see something in the next month or so that completely changes my mind, but until I do, I'm going to say they're both 500. AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it.
All right. You know, I want one of those little go-karts, man, those little things that those guys drive, the Shriners drive in the parade.
Oh yeah, the little cars.
Well, yeah, and the one I saw the footage of the one that like did the
motorcycle thing. Yeah, the three-wheel motorcycle.
Yeah, it would do spins and wheels, and
they got all kinds of different ones. They got little cars, they got little four-wheelers, like little team squads.
I wonder if Mike could hook us up with.
I don't think he rides. I don't think they make them for people like me. They're awfully small. Like, it would look like a dang elephant sitting on a peanut or something.
Well, I know, but that would probably, you and I on those, that would get views.
Yeah, it probably would. It'd be like Jiminy Christmas. Look at these. Like, they have all kinds of different like groups inside the Shrine. They have like, remember when they had that big drumming thing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the people dressed up with the pointy shoes. They got clowns. They got it's actually kind of interesting, but it's also weird.
So,
like, where does all this stuff come from?
I wonder. Did they bring all of their vehicles with them? I mean, so they all have trailers and stuff.
Yeah, and they travel with at the hotel. There's trailers. They park everything.
See, what happens is so Kyle and Benny spend the entire week like in that life. I mean, you are there with the players, and I'm here at the office getting ready for the event, man.
Inspector gadgeting out.
Yeah, it's like knee deep in tech stuff. Like, okay, is it all going to work? Is all the wires connected?
That's a good thing though, that it takes me out of here, because I stress out about that kind of stuff and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So it's like get me out there, like working with the people and the players, and out of here, so I don't have to like look at it and stress out, because then I just get stressed when.
Yeah, big though, and maybe next Tuesday I'll have some stuff to share of the inside of the crew and so on and so forth. But big shout out to Evan Humphrey and Blake. How do you say Blake's last name?
No clue.
Schwabauer. Yeah, I think is his last. Anyhow, and man, we went over. Both of them are IT people. One of them does IT. Blake does IT for Steve's Outdoor Adventures. Evan does IT for Grand Ron Hospital. And I know a lot about tech. Video and audio is kind of my thing, photography. But IT, my you know, my depth is like, I know how things plug in, but that's about the depth of that particular knowledge. And we went over on Friday and set up. We ran cables and tested the internet, tested the scoreboard, some things that are really hard to problem solve day of if they go wrong. And that's exactly what went wrong. The reason we went over on Friday was to test the internet, and we had problems, and it wasn't the house internet. What we do in those situations is we have house internet that hopefully we can plug in, and we have a couple of modems, cell modems, that supply it if something goes wrong. And we just had internal issues, but I'd have never found it, ever. And it took Blake and Evan a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, just to, anyhow, big shout out to them. Really good crew. Really happy with the people that we, you know, assemble.
It's probably my favorite week of the year, but I'm always glad when it's done. Like the exhale afterwards too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's because a lot goes into it, and it's pretty stressful. But then once it's go time, it's like it's go time, and then it's super exciting, and then it's like exhale and I'll blink my eyes, and it'll be June of 2026.
It's a little bit of a, you know, whenever I come through an event like that, you have a little bit of a lull, you know, because it is such a high, especially if you succeed. You know, it's like a really heavy lift, and you know, and by the time we get to third quarter, and then that's how it was yesterday on this game, you know, by third quarter, the machine was running pretty well. I mean, I literally was in a chair sitting just outside of the trailer so I could look in and watch the program monitor and the stream and stuff, you know, but everything else was going pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
And when you kind of get to that point, then it's very rewarding. But anyhow, so
Yeah.
Good crew, big shout out to them. And I'll have a few more specifics when we do a show on Thursday. So on next Tuesday. And also, we have quite a bit of bandwidth open for our schedule in August. So if you guys know of somebody who you think would be a great guest, be sure and send us a message, and we'd love to have them. So I guess we need to look at weather, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Looks like it's going to be hot again.
it's going to be hot. It's going to be warm. So
You can just tell by the way the camera's presenting that it's going to be hot out there. Yeah.
you know that camera has. I mean, that camera now. What's it got to be? 5, 6 years old? Probably
least.
so.
It's been here since I've been here.
Yeah, and I mean, when you think about it, it's run this same tour, they call it, 24 hours a day for the last 6 years.
And it hasn't been cleaned one time.
Oh, look at that lens is just still the sun, especially this time of the day, it shines right in it.
Once it turns to the right, you
Yeah.
can really see it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's look at the weather graphic there, Benny. So 90 today, 62 tonight.
That's not horrible. I mean,
No,
it could be worse.
and maybe thunderstorms a little bit sometime today. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy, but
Still warm.
83, yeah. Thankfully, the humidity is not too high in any of those situations. But yeah, it's going to be in the 80s for the next foreseeable future. I'm not seeing any relief at all.
A little bit on Monday. Drop down into the
Saturday is
70s.
going to be a hot day, yeah. So if you had kids and you wanted to take them to the water park or to the river or wherever, get them in water, this would be the time to do it. You'd have several good clear days. So
We need it to not lightning and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Because
Yeah.
I mean, they said we're under red flag warning right now still,
Yeah.
which means like the extreme fire risk.
Yeah.
But they said on the 29th, which was 2 days ago, there was over 2,000 reported strikes of lightning in Oregon, in Eastern Oregon.
Wow.
Excuse me, in Eastern Oregon, which
What?
is crazy.
Man, the other day, I mean, there was a strike. I was coming in from Flying J in that area and coming back this direction, into downtown. And I mean, and there were 2 strikes that were just right in La Grande. I don't see that very often. Anyhow, and what
I
was
wonder
funny,
what they hit.
I don't know, but what was funny is that it wasn't particularly stormy where the lightning was. You know, I mean, and I think that's kind of, I mean, the storm was, so I was driving from east to west, and the storm really was in the east and moving west. That's how it looked, you know, and so yeah, it was just super surprising.
There was quite a lightning show the other night during that game, during the Shrine game.
Oh, that's
From where we sat,
Oh, yeah.
we could see the
Yeah.
entire thing. Like, so you're looking down at the field if you're in the announcer's
Yeah.
booth, and then if you just looked up, lightning.
Yeah.
The
Where
whole
was
sky.
that? Who? I mean, I remember during the game, one of the camera guys had a shot of the sunset or whatever that I don't know. It wasn't even a sunset. It was
I was
just,
going to say it couldn't be the sunset. The sun's
no,
behind
but it
us.
was the storm. It was the
Yeah.
the mountains and the storm.
Yep. it
Who
was-
had that shot? Remember Benny? Maybe that was the one that Evan picked up off the PTZ. But,
Yeah.
man,
I
it was
don't
sure
know.
pretty.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Well, all right. You want to get us out of here?
Let's do it.
All right.
Short show. On this day, July 31st, the last day of July, the last day of Julio, if you want it in Spanish. 1790, the first U.S. patent is granted to Samuel Hopkins for a potash process. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know.
Potash?
Yeah, what is potash? Let's look that up real fast. Anybody know? Put it in the comments.
How do you spell it?
Potash. Let's see what a potash process.
Potash. We could just make
I'm
something
looking it up
a
right
guess.
now. Potash mining.
Oh.
So is it something to do with a mineral or an element, or anybody know what potash is? We've already wasted too much time. Potash is the mined and manufactured salts that contain potassium. Okay, in a water-soluble form. Interesting. So it was something to do with processing that. 1876 U.S. Coast Guard Officers Training School is established in New Bedford, Massachusetts. 1922, 18-year-old Ralph Samuelson rides the world's first water skis in Minnesota.
What year was that?
1922. 2018, Facebook discloses and removes a Russian-linked network of sites attempting to interfere in American politics. 2023, in Phoenix, Arizona, they experienced a high temperature of 108 degrees, okay? The crazy thing is that ended a heat record of 31 consecutive days over 110 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the 108 was relief. It's like 31 days in a row of 110 plus in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
That's hot. But the crazy thing, like, I've been in Phoenix and I lived in the high desert. It's a different heat down there. It's dry. It's not near as humid here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel the same.
Right.
Like, here, if it was 110, it feels different.
Yeah.
You know, or down south.
Yeah.
The number one song in the country on this day in 1995, Waterfalls by TLC. And then to celebrate the end of the Shrine game, I decided that I was going to pick my favorite Shriner quote for today's quote of the day. No man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child. One more time. No man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, glad you guys are here with us today.
Yep.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
See you on Thursday.
All right.